Toto Wolff describing it as a mountain you're trying to climb by building this power unit without the history of doing so.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the biggest challenges on the horizon for Red Bull, their bold decision to build their own engines for the 2026 regulations. Laurent Mekies has spoken out about what's ahead, and in his words, it's nothing short of a mountain to climb. For years, Red Bull has relied on outside power unit suppliers, most recently Honda. But that partnership is coming to an end, and Honda will move to power Aston Martin in 2026. That leaves Red Bull to stand on its own with a new division called Red Bull Powertrains, created to supply engines not only for the main team, but also for racing bulls. It's a bold, independent move, and one that could define the next era of Formula One. Building an engine from scratch isn't like designing a new front wing or suspension though. Power units are the single most complex part of a Formula One car. They combine turbocharged internal combustion with cutting-edge hybrid systems, energy recovery, cooling, and reliability testing that pushes engineering to its very limits. And that's why Laurent Mekies, the team's CEO, isn't sugarcoating what's ahead. Speaking with Formula1.com, Mekies describes Red Bull's decision in stark terms. He said, "It's as crazy as it gets taking on the decision to do your own power unit." He admitted that Red Bull doesn't underestimate just how difficult the road is going to be, and he made it clear this isn't about minor hurdles, it's about climbing a mountain step by step. Mekies even aligned himself with Mercedes boss Toto Wolff, who once compared Red Bull's task to climbing Mount Everest. "It's a mountain to climb," Mekies echoed, and he knows exactly what that means. A year of long nights, countless tests, and endless refinements to try and close the gap with manufacturers like Mercedes, Ferrari, and Renault, who have decades of experience building these engines. The challenge, Mekies explained, isn't just about horsepower or hybrid systems, it's about the entire ecosystem that supports a modern F1 power unit. The infrastructure must be built up from scratch. Test rigs, simulation tools, reliability labs, all that has to be created, staffed, and made functional at breakneck speed. Then there's the human side. Red Bull needs engineers who can handle one of the most complex pieces of machinery in the sport. They need specialists in combustion, battery systems, cooling solutions, and software. And even if they find those people, it takes time to blend them into a unified team. That's why Mekies was honest enough to admit it would be silly to expect Red Bull to immediately match the levels of its rivals. Yet, despite the size of the task, Mekies isn't downbeat. In fact, he called the project a source of motivation. He said there's a good feeling inside the camp about taking on something so ambitious. And this is Red Bull we're talking about, a team that thrives on proving doubters wrong. If they can pull it off, they'll no longer be at the mercy of outside suppliers. They'll control their destiny with engineers tailored perfectly to their chassis philosophy. But make no mistake, the first years could be rocky. Reliability concerns, lack of efficiency, or simply not enough pace could hurt them early on. The real story is going to be how quickly they adapt. Will they close the gap with this season, or will it take years before Red Bull Powertrain truly becomes a force to rival the established giants? Laurent Mekies has set the tone. Red Bull knows exactly what it's walking into, and it isn't pretending otherwise. Building our own power unit in F1 is the steepest climb in sport, but if they reach the top, it could change the balance of power on the grid for years to come. But we want to know what you think. Can Red Bull really conquer this mountain, or will their 2026 gamble leave them stranded? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bells for more F1 drama and analysis from the F1 Racing Newsroom.